Wolverines for the win. UCLA's closer. 3-2 in the dirt, and the first base runner of the night. And it's Blake Nelson for Michigan, a one-out walk.
That's an interesting pitch that John Savage.
Here it comes. Nelson running, hit and run, past the bag, fair ball. Down into foul ground, cutting it off, Jeremy Idens. They're going to hold Blake Nelson at third base. Christian Bullock pokes one past the bag at first, and a double. And there's second and third for Michigan, and one out here in the top of the second inning.
Well, it's an off-speed pitch, and it's up in the zone. It's a bad one. I think it's a hit and run that Michigan put on. Get a look at Bullock, and he hits this ball just inside the first base line. And just like that, in the second inning, Michigan second and third.
Bouncer near the bag at second. Ryan Kreidler fires to first. Blomgren is out. Scoring is Blake Nelson. Christian Bullock goes to third, and Michigan strikes first with the RBI for Blomgren. It's 47.
That's a really good job by Blomgren, but watch the play that Kreidler makes here. And scouts love it because he has a plus arm, and you're going to get a look at it right there. That's not an easy play. He made the play look, well, easy, but he's...
One strike pitch. Off the glove of Nastrini to second, picked up Chase Strunk, needs to hurry. He gets it there, out at first base. 1-4-3 on the out of Joe Donovan. That bizarre double play. Priest, a drive out toward left center field. Jesse Franklin back at the wall. We are tied. Third home run of the postseason. It's the senior Jake Priest tying the game for UCLA.
Well, the senior seems to have a knack for coming through at big times, and he unloads on this ball down, and he is pumped up.
That is the 11th homer Henry has surrendered this season.
Well, it's a fastball. They tried to go in. Henry missed the spot. Priest says, thank you.
Leaguers that have proven that you can manage diabetes and excel in the major leagues. Mitchell lines it to right. Jordan Brewer slipping, getting up, and it gets by him. Lost his footing, it gets all the way to the wall. Garrett Mitchell on his way to third. Most likely his 12th triple of the season, as Jordan Brewer just stumbled and lost his footing out there.
Well, you're going to take a look at Brewer. Loses his footing. He just slips. The ball gets past him. And watch Mitchell. This is the speed we're talking about. Watch him turn it up. Doesn't need to pick up his third base coach. Over at third.
Ryan Kreidler first pitch, ground ball. Jack Blomgren has no play home, throws to first. In the hole, gets the out. The RBI for Kreidler, and UCLA takes the lead.
Well, Blomgren was the only infielder along with Thomas. Thomas was a little bit shallower. Blomgren was a little bit deep, and because he was...
Jeremy Idens went day 2 to the Nationals, and a ground ball on the left. Pulled it through past the diving shortstop Jack Blomgren. And Jeremy Idens, who last year was the Pac-12 batting champ, this year had an injury-interrupted season. Jeremy Idens running, Cardenas on the ground, bobbled at third. Blake Nelson picks it up, throws wide at first base. Jeremy Idens to third. Brian Ward, he's waving him home. Jimmy Kerr on the play. Idens is out at home plate. Brian Ward telling the dugout they should take a look at this, and they're holding up Michigan from going into the dugout. Jeremy Idens trying to score all the way from first on the errant throw by Blake Nelson.
Well, Nelson throws it up the line, but you got to love the hustle Watch the hustle. Who gets it? Kerr, the first baseman, throws a rocket to Donovan. Lays the tag out there, and Idens, for the time being, is called out by Scott Kennedy.
So Joe Donovan lunging back across the plate. Watch the hands of Idens.
Well, I can't see. If anything, it would be the left foot.
I think it's the left hand. See, the right hand went wide of home plate, and the left hand, as Donovan reached for that right hand,
Here we go.
did he sneak it in before the tag? I think he's out.
I don't know how you can overturn this. There's nothing obvious. This would be the best look. Let's see. Yeah, we can't see the glove.
Did the glove get in the way of the left hand as Idens tried to reach in?
It's the left hand. Look at his left hand. Where's his left hand? We can't see it.
I don't think there's enough there to change the call.
No.
And they call him out. They stick with the call.
Last inning, Townsend was the guy.
This will be pitch 75. And it's low, a leadoff walk. Christian Bullock is on as we go to Kevin Connors in the studio. Not. After working 5 innings last night, Bullock running. Cardenas throw to second, and Bullock steals the bag.
Yeah, there's just no chance, and it's a breaking pitch on top of that. Cardenas makes a good throw, but Bullock just can fly, and this is what we're talking about. Watch the jump. Not a very good jump, and that tells you the great speed that he has. He gets underneath the tag. Chase Strump. Now,
Runner at second, and nobody out. Pitch. There's a line drive back up the middle. Base hit for Jack Blomgren. Christian Bullock had to hold, make sure it went through. And he gets to third. Runners at the corners and nobody out. And a sharp single from Jack Blomgren.
well, it's a good.
They've got the runner Jack Blomgren off first base to second, and he made it. UCLA botched the rundown. And Jack Blomgren gets to second base.
Well, these are fundamental things that John Savage is obviously frustrated, but when Michael Toglia gets this, right now he needs to look at the runner at third to freeze him and then run as hard as he can at the runner. And then his teammates will tell him when the runner at third, if he breaks. Right now, just look at the third base runner. The runner at third, he looks at him late. And
K.O. Thomas digs back in. There is Jordan Wogu, the top of the order on deck for Michigan. 2 in scoring position, 1 out. Kyle Moore, the pitch. And Thomas, the ground ball into center. And Michigan will take the lead on a 2-run single by K.O. Thomas.
We talked about Kyle Moore, not a hard thrower. He has been successful by locating his pitches. That ball is just an elevated fastball. And Thomas takes advantage of it, and one swing puts the Wolverines up. And now this is really, really danger for UCLA. Wogu facing Mora, who is not a hard thrower.
Of coming back and trailing in ball games and winning those games. They're 52-10 on the year, and McLean lines it to left center. Hit number 5 for UCLA, and a 1-out base runner is it's Matt McLean at first. Kreidler bunts toward third, charging. Blake Nelson picks it up, no play, and a bunt hit for Ryan Kreidler. The smarts from the all-academic Pac-12 performer, as well as a first-team all-conference selection.
Well, listen, it surprised everybody in the yard. Now Nelson at third base, the only thing he can do right now is stop right now and walk it back to third base. If he stops and walks it back to third base.
1-strike pitch. Gets away from the catcher, Joe Donovan. And a wild pitch, Matt McLean to third. And Ryan Kreidler scoots up to second base. 2 in scoring position for Strumpf.
Well, there's nothing Donovan can do with this. This is just a spiked breaking pitch. He tries as best as he can. And really fortunate for the Wolverines is that ball doesn't ricochet even.
Tommy Henry wiggles out of it. Strikes and Noah Cardenas looking for his first hit of the Super Regional. And he lines one toward right center field. And this is into the alleyway. Cutting it off shy of the warning track, Jesse Franklin. And Noah Cardenas, a leadoff double to start the home seventh. And that is the first hit of this Super Regional for the freshman.
Well, Henry,
sixth double of the year.
Henry has been successful with the two-strike changeup. He elects to go fastball. And Cardenas finds the right center gap, and UCLA in business. Chase.
In on the hands, right side, Kerr, underhands, raised to the bag, and getting the out, hustling is Tommy Henry beating Garrett Mitchell. Garrett Mitchell swung at ball 4, and a close play at first base, and Michigan strands the runner at third, and we head to the 8th inning. Michigan clinging to a 3-2 lead. Drive left center field. On the move, Jack Stronach makes the catch, tagging Christian Bullock. Comes home with an enormous insurance run for Michigan. 4-2. Ball and 2 strikes. The pitch. Line to the left. And a base runner for UCLA. Christian Bullock gets it in. A 3-hit night for Jeremy Idens. And now the tying run comes to the plate. In 2-2 on Cardenas. And it hit. And the tying run is on. Ground ball to short. Jack Blomgren gobbles it up. Throws it first. And for the first time since 1984, the Michigan Wolverines are Omaha bound. That's Jiffy Bakich, the wife of head coach Eric Bakich. And Michigan has stunned the #1 national seed, UCLA.